A very warm welcome to all of you, and I thank you for taking this time to attend this workshop on password reset feature. This is the first of a series of workshops which is going to be conducted on ADSelfService Plus. My name is Tom Jose and I work in the marketing section of Manage Engine team, and I will be taking today's workshop. I hope my voice is audible and the display is well and clear. If not, please let us know. So today's agenda, as put up in the slide, is mainly going to cover password reset feature, the different ways provided to reset the password, and the steps needed to be taken while doing so. Let's get started. So what exactly is ADSelfService Plus and what does it do? ADSelfService Plus is a secure web-based end-user password reset management program. This software helps domain users to perform self-service password reset, self-service account unlock, and employee self-update of personal details like telephone numbers, etc. in the Windows Active Directory. Administrators find it easy to automate password resets, account unlocks while managing, hence optimizing the expenses associated with help desk calls. As you can see, this workshop will show you how to do the following things. Without enrollment, do password reset by fetching the default mail and mobile attributes from AD. Use secondary mobile number or mail ID from AD to do the same. Allow the users to use their personal mobile number and email addresses for authentication. Strengthen the password reset process by the multi-factor authentication method, which consists of security question and answers, verification code, and Google Authenticator. It also sends alerts to admin about the end user's password self-service actions by configuring email notification. And lastly, it can help track the authentication mode and other services used by the users using built-in reports. So let's start by logging into the Self-Service Plus as the admin. So I just log in as the admin. We need to configure the domain name. I'm going to give it as 8360. We discover for domain controllers, so we give it discover. I'm choosing 8360 DC2, add it, and then I go and give the authentication. Just do that. Password, and once adding, we are into the system. So now let's reset a password of the user. So I sign out and go to forget your password. Within forget your password, we have the domain username text box where I type in my user ID and continue. So right now we are facing this error which says we need to enroll the user. But firstly, the exercise we're going to do is reset a user's password without enrollment. Let me show you how. I log into the admin, I go to the configuration tab, and within the configuration we have policy configuration on the left hand side, under which we have the multi-factor authentication. I just click on that, and right now we are facing three tabs. One is the security question and answers, the verification code, and Google Authenticator. Let's explore the other two later on and focus on the verification code now. So verification code is a code sent by email or SMS, whichever is configured, which then can be used to authenticate the user and hence reset the password. So once I enable the verification code, we have two choices. I can choose email address, mobile number, or both. And the subject is editable. So I can change the subject within the messages. I can change values, use macros within the allowed list to change, and also send the link by a secure email. So I'm content with whatever is in the message, and I'm just going to save it. Next, we need to set up the mail settings or the SMS settings within the Self-Service Plus so that the program itself can send the mail or the SMS. So we go to the admin tab, under which on the left hand side we have the product settings, we have the server settings under that, and here we have the three tabs, that is mail settings, SMS settings, and proxy settings. So now for the current reset, we'll just do the mail part. So let me just configure the mail server, type in my firm address, zuhocorp.com, add my mail address, I'm using the same, and let me just do the authentication. We can also send a test mail just to check if all is well and good. Right now, I just save the authentications, sign out, and let's reset the password. So I click on forget your password again, type in the username, click continue. As you can see, my AD attributes such as my mail ID or mobile number have been fetched from the Active Directory, and this has been done without me enrolling. So I can just choose on one of these options. So for now, I will just click on my email ID itself, type the captcha which is required, and continue. And an email has been sent on how to reset the password. So I go to my gmail.com. Here, just reset, refresh, and I've got the link. Let me just click on that, and I'm directly into the reset page. So here, you can see on top domain password policy requirements. Keeping in heed these requirements, which is configured within the domain itself, I have to type a new password. And on the right hand side, you can see a password strength that actually measures the strength of your password. So let me type a password. For the sake of this, let me type hello at 123. Hello at 123. The password strength says good. So let me continue. Let me type the captcha, DHI6EI, and reset it. And the password has been reset. So we have just checked how to reset the password without enrolling the user. But this was with the primary attribute. Let us check out the secondary attributes. For that, we need to go log in, go to the admin side, click product settings. Under service settings, on the right hand side, we have the mail and mobile attributes. So by default, for the domain, under mail, we have only the mail attributes set up. We can also, under mobile attributes, we have mobile and other mobile. So for mail, I'm going to choose one more attribute, which is going to be my user principal name. Let me just set that, and that's done. So I will show you how the user principal name is going to be fetched from the AD. So I just go type in my username again, continue. Now within my email ID, I'm given two options. This was not there earlier. Now because I mentioned the user principal name, it's been fetched from the AD, and that is tomjuice.m@zohocorp.com. So I'll just click on that, type in the captcha T5J72E, and continue. Now another email has been sent to my Zoho Corp ID saying how to reset the password. I click on this link, and we are in the reset password page. Please note that in the top right corner we have the time left for this operation, after which if we exceed the time limit, this session will be expired. So again, keeping in heed all those requirements, I'm going to set another password, which is going to be password at 123. Let me type it again, password at 123. Typing the captcha 3SITKK and reset. That has been done successfully. Now let's go to the domain user login. Right now, we're going to explore the next part of the exercise, that is for the user to personalize his email ID or SMS so that he can send it personally to another email ID which is not present in the AD. Let's show how. So I just log in as a domain user, type the new password, which is password at 123, login, and we have three tabs right now. One is My Info, then we have Change Password and the Enrollment Page. My Info, where we can allow the end user, to change his details within the AD itself, like description, office, home phone, telephone number, state, zip, etc. Then we have the Change Password. Now, Change Password is different from the Reset Password because it does not have any verification code or security question answers involved. It just needs our old password, new password, and we need to keep in heed the password requirements. Then we have the enrollment page. Now within the enrollment page, we have two tabs again, the security question and the verification code. Let's keep the security questions aside and focus on the verification code now. In the verification code, the user has been given a choice of registering his own mobile number or another email address. So under here, I'm going to give another email ID which is not present in the AD. So which is going to update it. Let's show how it's going to work out. So I sign out, forget your password, type in the username tomjuice.m, and within the options, first in the list we have tomjuice92@hotmail.com. So I'll just show how that works. Type in the captcha 2P4F453F and continue. Now mail has been sent. How to unlock it? So I go to my Hotmail. Just wait, it takes a little time, and yes, no time at all. Click the link once again. We are back to the reset page. Type in the new password. So let him make it ADSSP at 123, ADSSP at 123, and the captcha 8NNGCO. Please note the captcha is configurable because now right now you've been seeing it on every single page so far. So we can configure it and limit it to no page at all or in specific pages. I'll show you sooner. So I just reset the password and now that is done. So right now we have just shown how to reset the password without enrollment with using the primary attributes, the secondary attributes, and the personalized email ID or mail address. Now let's just explore the settings within the reset password page. So we log into admin, go to configuration, check the advanced part, and under reset unlock we have the settings for this. So right now I think reset the password at least thrice, and according to this settings we are allowed to reset the password only 5 times in 7 days. For this sake I'm just going to change it to at least a 20 because there'll be a lot of resets involved. Then we have the password resets unlocked account idle time limit, which is 5 minutes. I can even reduce it to 2 minutes. Now in general tab, we have the hide captcha. When you tick on the hide captcha, it asks us specifically which page are you talking about. So I don't want a lot of pages, but I would like to keep it because captcha is security after all. So I will just tick it on. I'll tick away from these two and keep it on verification code and Google Authenticator. I click OK. Now that's updated. Now let's explore the next setup, that is resetting the password with enrollment. For that, we go to policy configuration under multi-factor authentication. We'll explore the other tab we left out earlier, that is the security questions and answers. Here we are given the choice of choosing how many questions should be displayed. Within the AD self-service, we have already predefined certain amount of questions, which is, as you can see here, what is your mother's maiden name, and so and so. And if you want, you can add another question or edit an existing question like this. I'm content with whatever the questions is there. And also we have given the option for users to define their own questions. So right now it's 0, so we won't give them option in here right now. The options for the user defined questions will be limited according to characters from this setting, minimum 5 to 255, and answer settings also. I just save that, and within the advanced settings of this page we can choose which authentication will be shown first. So currently it is security questions first and verification code second. We'll keep it that way. And now in the Q&A settings on the second tab, we can display how many questions should be shown, how the questions should be shown. Should it be shown one by one or all of them at once? Within the answer settings, we can prevent the user from providing the username as answer. We can prevent the user from providing the same answer to multiple questions, and so as you can see. So everything is set. I'll just sign out. We are not done yet because we still have to enroll the user for the security questions. So I just log in as my user, type in the password last set, that is ADSSP at 123, and log in now. I go to the enrollment page. So the verification code we had just looked at earlier. Now let's go to the security questions. Here I choose 2 questions. So I'll choose the first question, which is what is your mother's maiden name? I'll keep it as mother just for the time being. And another question which I choose, the country you always dreamt of vacationing in. To be honest, it's always been Spain, so I'll take that and update. Now that's done. Let's sign out and check how this works out. So I go ahead and click forget your password. Type in my username tomjuice.m. Continue. I can use I'm available with two options, that is security answer or verification code. So this time we will check out the security answer. So I just click continue. Country always jumped to vacationing in, it's Spain. Mother's maiden name, I've kept it as mother, and the captcha 4EMNF4. And we will type in the new password. I'll just get back to one of the earlier passwords, and that will be hello at 123. Hello at 123, and the captcha, that is 4CKP26, and that is reset. That's been done. So right now we have explored the password reset with enrollment. So we have just checked out all the possible options of resetting the password, but we are forgetting one major thing. How will the admin know that the end user has reset a password? And how will the end user know whether the password has been successfully reset? So for that, we have given an option for enabling the notifications for mail or SMS. I'll show you how. So we first log in as the admin. We go to configuration. Within the advanced settings, we have the notification tab. I'm sorry, one second. So within the notification tab, we are given this is for the end user alone. So we are given the options to whether notify via email, via SMS, or via push notification. So via email, I'll just tick that tab. I can use again macros available and configure it. But this is just for the end user. What about the admin? So I'll again go to notification tab. Within the settings, go to notify admin on the bottom left, I'm sorry, and take the mail admin, the user action. Here I type in the admin mail ID, use any subject, edit the subject or the message, and click OK. So right now we have just configured end user and admin mail notifications. So let's reset the password and check. So I will just check if everything is set well and good. Security questions are set, verification code is set, but wait, we haven't done Google Authenticator. So we'll get back to that later. One more thing is we have just been exploring how to send the verification code by a secure link in email. Let's remove that and check how the code is sent actually. So I'll just save that settings, sign out, and do one more password reset. So in this password reset, let me go to forget your password. Type in my username tomjuice.m and use verification code this time to my email ID, that will be Gmail. I'll be using Gmail this time. Continue. This time, instead of a secure link sent to your email ID, a verification code has been sent. Let me just check that. And yes, a mail has been sent. Let me just copy the code. Just copy it, go to the link, enter that, and continue. Back to the reset password page. Type in another new password. I'm getting out of password, so let's keep it as another password at 1234. That's new. Password at 1234. So the captcha will be C5267I, and we reset it. Now for the very reason we reset the password is to check whether we got notifications or not. So let me go check that. So as the admin, I've got a notification saying that an end user has performed reset password and the time at which it was done. Now let's check at the end user side what notification he has got. So I just go back and check, and I've got a message saying that you successfully reset your password using ADSelfService Plus, and they mentioned the password too. So right now we have just explored the previous exercise of how to receive notifications when our user resets his password. But getting notifications for the admin is not all. Plenty of users will be resetting the passwords, and the admin cannot keep track of all of them just by mails alone. So the ADSelfService Plus offers report settings, which helps the admin keep in track of what exactly the end user is doing, whether updating the details, enrolling, resetting the password, unlocking his own account, etc. Let me show you how. So when you log in, You go to reports. Under reports, we have the locked out user reports, where the users who's locked out of their account are being shown, the soon to expire password reports, and the password expired users report. Then within audit reports, we have the reset password audit report, which we are going to look into further later. Then the unlock account audit reports, self-update audit reports, change password audit report, notification delivery audit report, identification verification failure, and user attempts audit reports. So let's check the reset password audit report. So here it's mentioned that I've tried to reset the password 5 times, and the last one is what's displayed, and that has been a success. It also shows from where it's been attempted from, and if I want to see the history, I just go to under time, I click on more, and the last 5 times statuses are given. Then we go to enrollment reports. Now enrollment reports show all the users that have been enrolled, and the second one, which the users which haven't been enrolled. Licensed users are the users who have just logged into the Self-Service Plus. Security questions report are the users who have configured security questions, and push registered devices report are the users who have used push notification, who registered for push notification through the mobile app. So let's go to enrolled users report. Now within enrolled users report, it's mentioned my user ID and its details like email ID, mobile number, which OU is consisting, and when was he enrolled, and the last modified. So we can also add OUs and accordingly reduce the congestion of the reports if there's a lot of users doing so. Within the enrollment type, we can choose which one. So we can choose security question answer, mail verification code, and mobile verification code. So let me just untick these three and then generate the report. So right now you see no user have been found. Why is that? That is because we haven't done the reset password using Google authentication. Let me show you how that is done so we can see the proper report for that. Let me just sign out. Actually, no, let me go to configuration. I'm sorry. Go to multi-factor authentication again. Under Google Authenticator, here Google Authenticator, once you enable it, it lets the user, it registers in the, it lets the user scan the barcode and hence give it a code. This code is refreshed every now and then, and this adds like an extra layer of security to the reset password unlock account process. So let me just enable that. Once you enable that, it's still not done yet because the user has to enroll for that. So you sign out, log in as a user, that is tomjuice.m, new password, let me see, it was password at 1234, and login. Now within the enrollment page, we have another tab that is the Google Authenticator. So let me just scan this barcode is shown, and I've received a code that says 027033. As you can not see this, I can assure you that I'm using the Google Authenticator itself for this app. And now since the Google Authenticator has been set up, let me just show you how the reset is done. So I click on forget your password, type in the domain username tomjuice.m, continue. Now the three options have been set in the very order which I had set it earlier. Security answers, verification code, and Google Authenticator app for verification. So I just choose that one and continue. And now within my mobile, I'll be given the new code which has been refreshed, and I just type in that one 263869 and continue. Now we're back onto the reset page again. So with this, we have just checked out all the possible authentications, that is security questions and answers, verification code, and Google authentication. So let me just type this password. It's going to be, say, ADSSP at 1234 this time. ADSSP at 1234. Captcha will be T64QH3 and reset. And the password has been successfully reset. Let's check the reports for that one. So I'll just go to reports, click on the reset password audit report, and as you can see, the total attempts have been 6 and the last status is a success. Now within enrollment users reports, we will check for the last report, that was Google Authenticator, whether we have enrolled for that. Let me just generate that, and that report also exists. So with that, we have just covered all the possible authentications, the notifications that can be sent to the mail as mail to the end user or admin, and the reports which help the admin keep in track of the end users. Let me just confirm whether I've received the email in the end user side. Yes, I have. The new password ADSSPR1234. And let me check if I've received the notification in the admin side. And that is this: tomjuice.m from 8360 has performed password reset. So according to the, so for today's topics, we have covered the enrollment, without enrollment, resetting the password using default mail and mobile attributes, using secondary mobile number and mail ID for authentication, and allowing end users to use their personal email ID for authentication. We have also strengthened the password reset process through multi-factor authentication methods, including email or SMS, verification code, Google Authenticator, and security questions. I've also shown you how to get alerts for end users for password self-service actions by configuring email notifications. Tracking the authentication mode used by users and the authentication results using built-in reports have been shown also for the admin. So we have come to the end of today's workshop. As I've covered all the said exercises in the agenda, next session we will be covering the password sync feature. Let me show you exactly where it is and how it is. So within the configuration, in the left side, we have the password synchronizer. As you can see, we have a lot of apps in front of you. Now these apps can be synced with your username, and accordingly any change in the password of the user can be reflected to these said users of these apps as well. For more of this will be covered in the next session. So I thank each and everyone for being such a wonderful audience and being patient with us. Any questions regarding the session can be put in the chat box, to which we will reply immediately, or else if there isn't enough time, we will take it personally offline with you. Thank you once again, and a good day to all.